The charges against my client were brought after a rushed and inadequate investigation. The only so-called evidence is a gun that they can't trace to my client.
As Detective Falconeri stated, the weapon was recovered from Kate Howard's office. Mr. Corinthos admits to being in that office less than 24 hours after the accident.
Miss Howard's office is located on the 3rd floor of the Metro Court Hotel. It's accessible by a common elevator. Anyone could have planted the gun. Motion to dismiss.
Motion denied. The only matter remaining is the question of bail.
We request the defendant be held without bail.
My client has significant ties in the community.
Mr. Corinthos is a known flight risk. He has offshore assets, property in several countries, including some without extradition treaties.
Mr. Corinthos has 4 children in the United States, 2 of whom reside right here in Port Charles. He wouldn't even consider abandoning them.
The defendant threatened to kill Anthony Zacchara in front of witnesses. Now, Mr. Zacchara's whereabouts are still unknown. If Mr. Corinthos is released, he could very well attempt to finish what he started and add a third homicide to his tally.
I'm going to object because that's inflammatory.
May I remind you, counselors, we are not at trial.
Your Honor, the evidence is entirely circumstantial. There is no witness that saw him shoot out Mr. Zacchara's tires. There is no witness that saw him drop off a gun in Miss Howard's office. There are no fingerprints. There are no forensics. There's absolutely nothing to tie my client to the gun.
Your Honor, the state looks forward to proving its case at trial, provided the defendant remains in the country to be tried.
And my client looks forward to proving his innocence. However, I feel it's absurd to throw him behind bars when the killer is actually walking around out there.
You know what I think? I think that you just want to allow yourself to believe that your ex-husband would kill a child and then lie about it.
You're right. I don't want to believe that.
Oh, come on. Have you ever lied to avoid getting into trouble?
Many of times.
You know what I don't hear you saying? I don't hear you saying that you believe that he's innocent.
Okay, you don't know how things work here in Port Charles. The police are frustrated. They have been trying for years to get a conviction against Sonny.
He's never done time? Well, that's a nifty little trick. What does he do, walk around in the bathroom?
You're missing the point. The police didn't go looking at any other suspects. They're going to charge Sonny with the death of a child because it's horrible, and it takes away all sympathy. They're going to use your granddaughter to get a conviction against Sonny, whether he's guilty or not.
This is from the lady who swears she's not protecting him.
You know what? Before you start blaming me for what my ex may or may not have done, let's talk about what my son did, okay? Michael saved your daughter and got her to the hospital, and he did everything he could to save your granddaughter. I mean, since we're keeping score here...
Someone needs to answer for what my daughter is going
The
through.
person who's guilty will answer, okay? And the court is going to decide if Sonny is guilty. Hell, he's being arraigned this morning.
Okay, well then, there we go. I can leave town happy knowing that justice was done.
Your Honor, please, the argument is hard.
Bail is set at $1.5 million. All parties will be notified of the trial date. I strongly advise that you come prepared with a more compelling argument at that time. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Alexis, call Bernie. He'll get the money.
You're welcome.
Does this mean you're free to go?
It's all circumstantial evidence, you know, barely that.
You know this is going to get more difficult when we get into discovery.
Give me a second, okay? Dante. You gave your testimony, and I know it was difficult. You were fair, and I appreciate that.
I just want to find out the truth. About that girl in the hospital who lost her family, that's all she wants to.
Sonny Corinthos. Search. Sonny Sons Dante Falconeri, Michael Corinthos III. Michael Corinthos.
Hey, is it okay that I'm here?
Well, Bernie is nothing if not efficient. The wire transfer went through. Your bail's been posted.
Thank God.
If you need me, I'll be trying to save your ass. Stay out of trouble.
Thanks for being here.
Where else would I be? Are you kidding?
We got a magazine to run, the whole thing. Right?
Doesn't matter.
Why don't you go ahead and go?
I'm not going. Not leaving you.
I gotta call Bernie and we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk later. All right?
Okay.
Go.
Yes, hello, Dr. Keenan. This is Kate Howard. I need you to call me back if you can, please. It's very urgent. Thank you.
Did you come check on me?
I just, want to see if you needed anything.
Well, that's thoughtful. You're always this nice to girls you rescue.
Did I do something to make you mad?
Besides not saving Cole and Hope,
Besides that.
why didn't you tell me that your father was the one who killed my daughter?
Is there a bartender here? Because I could really use a drink.
We're not open yet.
I am a big tipper.
Sure. It's on the house. What you drinking?
Is it too early for scotch?
Never.
Scotch rocks, please. Who? You work here?
I'm the owner.
Great, well then you might be able to help me. I'm looking for a possible registered guest. His name's Todd Manning.
No, that name does not ring a bell.
I think you'd recognize him if you saw him. He's got a scar on his face. So you have seen him?
He was here. Mm-hmm. He's gone.
Where'd he go?
Why would I know that?
Look, you don't know me, and you obviously don't know Todd very well, so whatever he told you to protect him, you need to know that he's a very dangerous man.
Why should that matter to me if he's gone?
Because I think he's going after a man named Sonny Corinthos.
Bernie, thanks for getting the bail money in so fast. There's a few things that I need to talk to you about before I leave the courthouse. Just call me back, will you?
Sonny Corinthos?